So hey guys, and welcome to MCGamerCZ Weekly. Today I want to talk about a few things yet again, and thing number one is my Endo farming report. So as you may or may not know, ever since DE released the Endo changes, I've been trying to find the mission for farming Endo. And I've run into, well, I wouldn't really call it a problem, more of an interesting, for the lack of a better word, thing. So when I first started off, what made sense to me was to go and farm high-level endless missions. That just made sense. Enemies drop Endo in higher quantities, and the rotation rewards give you more Endo as well. However, as time went on, people started recommending different missions, and they were in complete contrast to each other, right? Because 10 people would say, go to Sedna, then 5 people would say, well, go to Aries, then 8 people would say, go to Mercury, 10 people would say, go to Venus, and everyone had this idea that they found the best place for farming Endo. And here is the thing, they kind of all did. Because at the moment, from the testing I did thus far, none of the missions was vastly better than any of the other ones. On average, they're all kind of the same, and here is why. In high-level missions, enemies drop far more Endo per kill, but they drop it far less often than in low-level missions, where enemies drop a little bit of Endo, but they drop it far more often. But at the same time, the Endo you get from rotation rewards is pretty weak sauce in low-level missions, but it's really good in high-level missions, which means that it doesn't really matter if you go to a high or a low-level mission, because on average you're gonna get kind of the same amount of Endo. But low-level missions are far more reliable because you're collecting Endo from drops, and high-level missions are prone to being really good if you get good rotation rewards, or really bad if you don't. This also means that low-level missions are good for farming parties, like a party with Necros and Hydroid and stuff like that, and high-level missions can be slightly better if you're running them solo and you get lucky. Now the reason why I'm talking about this in MCGamerCZ Weekly and I'm not making a full video about it is because I haven't done all the testing I want to. There is still plenty of testing to do. I haven't tested all the missions and some of them I haven't tested thoroughly enough. But as I've said already, after the testing that I did thus far, if you want to reliably farm Endo, get a party and do low-level endless missions, and if you're feeling lucky, just go do high-level missions. However, high-level endless missions have another problem with them. It doesn't really matter in low-level endless missions because you're relying on drops. DE kind of changed the endless rewards, and right now I am trying to categorize all the endless missions into 3 different categories. Alright, there are the Endo and credit droppers, which are likely to get you either credit caches or Endo, then maybe a random mod and maybe a relic at the end. Then there are the relic droppers, like Stifler on Lua, which gives you relics on rotation A, then maybe on rotation B and maybe on rotation C as well. And then there are the ones that I categorize under useless, which are the endless missions that are going to reward your valiant efforts with fast hands and such. So yeah, the reason why I haven't released the Endo farming guide yet isn't because I'm too lazy, but it's because it's a complete and utter cluster. It's so bloody confusing right now. And that's enough about thing number 1. Let's talk about thing number 2, and that is Smeeta Kavat. They have been nerfed. This is the second nerf, I do believe. The first one was when they made it so that you were less likely to get rare resources from a Smeeta Kavat, because prior to that nerf, what you could do is go into a survival mission and just stand there without hacking the console, and the Kavat would just give you loads and loads of stuff. And now they've nerfed it so that the Smeeta Kavat doesn't give you a stack of rare resources, but it only gives you a single pickup. So if new roads just say drop in quantities of 1 to 3, it will give you 1 to 3 new roads rather than like 7 new roads like it did previously. Now, this doesn't mean that Smeeta Kavats are completely useless, okay? If you're farming for rare resources, so stuff like gallium, broken cells, new roads, neurosensors, you should still run a Smeeta Kavat, because it's still gonna give you those rare resources, it's just not gonna give you as many rare resources. So yeah, Smeeta Kavats are not as good, but they're still better than Carrier for farming rare resources, and I hope that you guys took advantage of this before it got nerfed and you farmed as many resources as I did. Because right now, I don't think I will ever need to farm broken cells, neurodes, neurosensors, gallium, or any of the rare resources ever again. I just hope that DE doesn't go well. They now farmed a bunch of rare resources, so let's ramp up the price of new stuff in terms of rare resources to kind of get them out of their pockets, because that would completely screw newer players and people that didn't take advantage of this. So that was thing number 2, let's talk about thing number 3, and there is a straw poll for the next Warframe review. So if you go to the description, you will find a link to the straw poll, and there you can vote for the next Warframe you would like me to review on the 10th of September 2016. Now, because I'm an evil person, I've put Equinox and Limbo in the same straw poll, but we also have Wukong, Nyx, and Ninja, so go there and vote for the Warframe you would like me to review next. And the final thing for today, thing number 4, is my internet. As you may or may not know, I've been having issues with my internet on Sundays most of the time for quite some time now, and I finally decided to do this, which is my internet usage. And on the left side you can see the internet usage on Saturday. This is just me downloading some stuff, playing Warframe, watching YouTube videos, and then out of nowhere it dies on Sunday. Over here you can see me trying to stream in the morning, which was the failed stream that I did yesterday. Then it died, another stream died, third stream died, and then the final stream, and it died again. So yeah, while the internet is pretty fast for the area I'm in, on Sundays it just doesn't work properly, and it's been happening for months now. It's fine for the rest of the week, but on Sundays it just doesn't bloody work, and that's kind of annoying. So I won't be able to stream on Sundays, unfortunately, so I'll have to move the Q&A and AMA streams to some other day, which is going to interfere with my normal schedule, and it's pretty infuriating, to be honest. And that's pretty much it for MCGamerCZ Weekly, so let's jump to the part where I say thank you for all your generous gifts. So thank you very much, Mr. Gerwin, for the 30-day affinity booster, a very generous gift indeed. Thank you, Mr. Ice Phoenix, for the 4 potatoes, 2 blue and 2 brown ones, and thank you, Mr. Moonfill BG, for the potato as well. And as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.